you're aware that you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma?
Oh yeah, 6 different doctors. I had calcified asbestos in the lower 3 inches of my lung, the left lung. Well, it come in 50-pound bags, if I remember. And with a centrifugal pump pulling it, and our centrifugal pumps pulling them, and you would take and tear those sacks open or cut those sacks open and pour it in that hopper.
When you would open the bags, tell me what the material on the asbestos. Tell me what the material looked like.
Powdery.
And when you dumped the bags, what was that like?
It was powdery and dust flying everywhere, and you throwed the bag over here in a pile.
What did the air around you look like when you poured the asbestos?
When you was mixing a lot of it up, it was dusty, and it would get all over you, and you certainly had to take a bath before you left the location.
Did you have any respiratory equipment or protection?
Never even thought about it.
Did anybody tell you that you needed to do it when you were handling that bill?
Asbestos exposure. Asbestos is a naturally occurring fibrous mineral that has been prized for thousands of years for its natural heat and flame-resistant properties. The natural fibers of asbestos can be easily separated into thin microscopic threads. While these unique properties make it quite useful, particularly in industrial situations, they also make it very dangerous. During their manufacturing, installation, and use, these microscopic fibers can break off and become airborne. When they are inhaled, the fibers become lodged in the lungs. Over time, this exposure can cause serious health problems. In fact, asbestos is so dangerous, it is estimated that up to 1/2 of the people who work around asbestos will develop some kind of asbestos-related disease. Throughout the Industrial Revolution and even into the modern times, people knew about the dangers of asbestos exposure. Unfortunately, it was not until the 1980s when industry finally got serious about protecting its workers. Unfortunately, this was far too late for thousands of workers at hundreds of job sites around the country. Asbestos is used in a variety of products and industries, including insulation, automotive clutches and brakes, paper, floor tiles, and more. Direct exposure is not the only way to develop an asbestos-related illness like mesothelioma. Family members of those who are directly exposed to asbestos are also at risk if they inhale fibers brought home on work clothes. To learn more about mesothelioma, visit the Mesothelioma Applied Research Foundation at www.curemeso.org or contact us at 1-866-404-5805 or info@mesovideolibrary.com.
the research brought on words like terminal, hard, abrasive, aggressive, treatment, chemo, radiation, surgeries, lifestyle changes, things of this nature, and it was just hard to deal with that. The more you read, the more depressed you got. The 6 weeks went by, I even got the results back, and no, I did not tell my family. I didn't want them to know. I wanted to go and see what my options were and to try to figure out what I was going to do first before and telling them, because I needed to know what I was talking about first, and I also needed to know how I was going to react to it, so I had to get my own self together. Then realized, okay, I'm going to have to stand up, get up out of this chair, and first tell my family, which was going to be the hardest thing I ever did to do in life, and then I was going to have to start negotiating my own life.
Hi, I'm Andy Crouppen with the law firm of Brown & Crouppen. Did you know that asbestos is still legal in America? Manufacturers have known since the 1930s that asbestos was deadly and caused mesothelioma. Most people think that asbestos was outlawed in the U.S., but that's not true. Asbestos is still allowed and widely used